Late Night Radio with Ashley Storrie on BBC Radio Scotland.
Listen on BBC Sounds.
That was Glenn Frey with The Heat Is On. I always thought that song was The Heating's On. just a wee bit shook there, Paul. Get in touch via text 80295. Let us know what you do to keep cool in the hot days. That's the kind of main topic. Then beyond that, we're also talking about shellfish. We're talking about caviar versus cod roe. We're talking about your favourite famous Chris's. Something else. Is there factories that only make chalk ices?
Summer lunches. And have I covered them all?
There'll be more.
There'll be more. But
can I also just say that there will be the return of the feature that no one has clamoured for in MacArthur Park Life in the third hour.
I didn't want to ask in case you changed your mind.
No, I'm on board.
So if you don't know, MacArthur Park Life is Paul's new segment of the show where he celebrates the song MacArthur Park by the great Jimmy Webb.
Yeah, the Chinese water torture of features.
All of the different kinds of versions of that song available, which are many. There are so many covers of this, and Paul's decided he's going to play a cover of MacArthur Park every day for a year, not including 6 weeks in July to August, because I will be filming a television programme at that time.
Is that when it is? I meant to ask you.
It's somewhere around about July, August, September-ish. We'll be off air for a wee while. We won't be playing MacArthur Park Live. So I think we should do an addendum of 6 or 7 MacArthur Parks at the end to make up for some we missed, because I want to have a whole...
We'll eke them out.
Yes.
Maybe like 1 week can have 2 if there's 2 shorties or something.
But we're playing a lot of covers of MacArthur Park. And it's very difficult for me to say MacArthur Park and not say Christopher MacArthur Boyd. So I'm glad I've stopped saying it now. Get in touch via text 80295. Let Paul know that you liked his segment, because he's feeling hurt now that nobody mentioned it already. Margaret Forbes Blamefield says, thank God it's Friday. Ashley and Paul are back. You were staring at my thumb holes. Is that weird?
I thought I started to feel really bad that I hadn't mentioned, oh, you've hurt your wrist, are you okay? But no, you're just wearing those weird cuffs or sleeves that have a thumb hole.
It's great. I love it. I don't have to worry about my sleeves rolling up ever again, because my jumper came with holes.
Those sleeves aren't rolling up anyway.
My jumper came with holes for my thumbs. If I fall over, do you know what the first place to get hurt is? The palms of my hands, as I try and break my fall. Not with this bad boy on. It's made from a special high
because
grade.
heaven forbid you fell, hurt your hand, and then looked like you were wearing a sticky.
It does look like a medical.
Yeah,
it does look like a medical device. It's a cool new top. Margaret Forbes Blamefield, thank God it's Friday. Ashley and Paul are back. We love you. Jay from Aberdeen says, hey Ashley and allegedly silent Paul, welcome back to the Radio Scotland airwaves, which frightens us. Were we away? Were we cancelled? I don't know.
I'm now starting to worry.
I'm looking forward to the next 2 hours of your show from Jay in Aberdeen. And Jane Jones, she says that she's with you, Paul. Her garden is a tick-infested hell, so she's not a fan of her garden. Paul's not a fan of his garden. I don't know why.
It's just too much hard work.
Yeah, but that's how olden days people had fun.
Yeah, but there's so much other things to do now. That's...
You don't have...
Look at old people now. Look at old people now.
Love a garden.
No, they're addicted to all the things that we are. They still
you're
watch
right.
all the tellies, and they still play the on the PCs, or they're getting addicted to the social media. Worse than
Solitaire.
I.
My dad is obsessed with a game where he parks cars in a parking lot, and he sits and he plays it for hours on end while Dick Wolf crime procedurals play in the background, and all he's doing is just moving cars about.
Yeah.
And I'm convinced some government's got him hooked up to a factory and he's actually doing work.
He's when they're talking about those AI drones that they're programming.
my dad.
It's just your dad.
He loves it. He loves it. I have to literally say, you need to take a break from screen time. Do you know it got that bad that he got a pain in his finger, convinced himself it was gout, went to the doctor, it was because he was hitting his iPad too hard while he was playing his parking game?
Why is he even hitting it so hard?
Oh, because he just loves to jab at his iPad while he's moving his wee cars about. And that's all you hear from the kitchen is this noise. It's just him. What's going on? He's there's a log jam in my parking structure. Oh, on the subject of log, here's Kenny Loggins with Footloose. That was the always slogging, nostalgia jogging Kenny Loggin with Footloose. I love that song. I also love that film. I'm obsessed with it. I get deeper and deeper into what world would allow a town that just banned dancing and could enforce the ban. That's the thing, is how do you enforce a dance ban in your small community? I'm not talking about the kids doing the jive hopping and the bars at the, you know, when he does the gymnastics in the factory.
Mm-hmm. Angry dancing,
I'm not talking about that. What if just like a toe tapper comes on? Just any song. I hear the Star Spangled Banner out and I want to jive.
They missed a trick with that.
songs.
There should have been scenes where it was like the toilet door's been locked for half an hour and you just hear like frenzied. And it's like, hey, what are you doing in there?
Nothing. Smoking.
I'm no dancing.
I'm definitely no dancing. I'm taking drugs. I'm no dancing. It's just so weird. Like, how do you enforce a dance ban? And why is it such a big
John
deal?
Lithgow did it.
Yeah, but how?
Because he's John Lithgow.
Oh, he's very clever. I love John Lithgow. What's your favourite John Lithgow role?
Oh, he really chose the scenery in Cliffhanger.
Yeah.
The Sylvester Stallone Trapped on a Mountain movie.
Mine is Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah, you love that show.
Yes.
He's great in the one that he plays twins, murderous twins.
He's great in the one where he plays the guy with dissociative identity disorder, who's grown up. His dad was a psychologist. I think it might be him.
I think that's the same one.
Is it?
Where they play twins.
I don't think he's twins.
Twin.
He's not a twin. He's the same. It's the same guy who's
I don't know.
got multiple dissociative identity disorder, DID. He's a very good actor. Get in touch via text at 0295. Are oysters good? And what's your favourite John Lithgow role? That's what we want to hear about. Billy's been in touch and says, hi guys, in the summertime, I like to get my old Motown records out when I'm having my sugar and colour and flavour-free drinks. It's healthy. It's just having water, to be honest. Martha Reeves and the Fantellas. Smokey Robinsons. That's a good one. And the Miracles. Gladys Sprite and the Pips. That's Billy. He says, I can hear your groans of pain from here. No groans of pain. I think my favourite is Smokey Robinson's fruit juice. Other diluting juices are available. And if you don't come from Scotland, I am talking about, what are they called in other places? Not diluting juice. Squash. Why would... It doesn't make any sense.
Would you like some squash?
Hello.
Ashley would like a squash, but
I
that's
would always want
else.
to be squashed. That's my favourite kind of cuddling, is just somebody lying flat on top of me. I'm not going to be ashamed about that, no matter how many times you try and bring it up to shame me, like Shame Bell for Game of Thrones.
Did I shame you? Did I say it was anything wrong
You
with it?
looked at me in a way that felt shamey. But I don't like a squash. I don't get squash. What is being squashed? Do you know what I mean?
Well, is it not because it's so concentrated, maybe it's like they've squashed out.
No, that's just a juice. That's just how
The
you make
water?
juice. Have you ever seen the orange juice machines that just
No,
squash
but
an
they've
orange?
squashed out all the water.
That's not how you make a concentrate. You don't squash out water.
How do they make it concentrated then that you need to add water?
You boil out the water.
But that's just
You superheat a liquid. If you say boiling is just another version of squashing, I'm going to
Maybe they
throw my
used-
shoe at you and you will feel the difference, because those are two separate means of treating a substance.
It's like a scientific squash.
It's absolutely not.
It's still some form of pressure.
Oh, I hate you so vehemently right now.
Well, listen, never mind. We've got an email from Anthony.
Okay, hi Anthony. Anthony says, hi Ashley and Silent Paul.
Do it properly. It's
Oh,
Anthony
I'm
Marcella.
sorry. It's Anthony Marcella. He's from New York. He says, hi Ashley and Silent Paul. Tony Marcella here. Finally able to listen to you live. Though my Friday nights have been really busy, I've enjoyed all the laughs that you have both unfailingly bring me. Listen to last week's episode on a wee drive to Vermont, and I loved the MacArthur Park segment. Kicked off by none other than SDJ, Sammy Davis Jr. for new listeners. Looking forward to the year of covers, good, bad, and hilarious. Keep bringing joy across the airways, you two. P.S. I laughed so hard when you cut daytime friends and nighttime lovers short at the midnight news. Only response we got about that joke was
We literally trolled Jim from Netherley, who asked for that song prior to the news because he'd only ever heard
the wee bit.
the small bit that we play at the end, for us to then play the small bit we do at the end.
And I'm going to say, Anthony, Tony, thank you so much for getting in touch.
Tony gets it.
I'm sorry about my voice. Also, Elizabeth Docherty has got in touch to tell us her favourite John Lithgow.
Yeah, crack on. Let's do
Lord
it.
Farquaad from Shrek.
Yeah, that is a pretty good
It's an excellent turn from Lithgow. Right, shall we put on another song, Paul?
Sure thing.
Here's Lime.
Yeah, that's my favourite cordial to drink with soda water.
It's a diluting juice. With your love.